Well, greetings everyone and Misheard podcast listeners. I can't believe we're in episode 15 and we're going to be talking about a 1970s hit called Margaritaville. So, my misheard lyric for that is for so many years I thought Jimmy Buffett was singing Sugary Dog instead of Shaker of Salt. I don't know why, but it just seemed more like it. Then I thought, what is a sugary dog? So, that's what I thought my misheard was for many years. So let's talk about Margaritaville. It was written by Jimmy Buffett from his album Changes in Latitudes, Changes in Attitudes back in 1977. And according to Wikipedia, the song was written about a drink, obviously the name Margaritaville, that he discovered at a place called Lung's Cucina del Sur restaurant on Anderson Lane in Austin, Texas. Very specific. And the first surge of tourists descended on Key West, Florida around that time. He supposedly wrote the song in one night at a friend's house in Austin and finished it while spending time in Key West. So in the United States, Margaritaville reached number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and went to number 1 on the Easy Listening chart. It also peaked at number 13 on the Hot Country Songs chart. Billboard ranked it number 14 on its 1977 Pop Singles Year-End chart, and it still remains Jimmy Buffett's highest charting solo single. And again, because of the name of the title, it was named for the cocktail, the margarita cocktail, and it infers on lyrics reflecting a laid-back lifestyle and a tropical climate, and who wouldn't love that? And it actually has come to define Jimmy Buffett's music and career. And if you haven't been, there's several restaurants that are from the Margaritaville moniker from Jimmy Buffett that I've been to. I've been to one specifically in Las Vegas on the Strip. And recently, back in 2016, Margaritaville was also included into their 2016 Grammy Hall of Fame for its cultural and historical significance. So let's talk about the song's meaning. I mean, it's a great story, right? It talks about a man spending pretty much the entire season at some beach resort community, and it goes through 3 different verses of his daily activities, which is like a great storytelling song. In the first verse, he passes his time playing guitar on his front porch, saying he's watching tourists sunbathe, and then all while eating sponge cake and waiting for a pot of shrimp to boil. So that sounds like a wonderful afternoon for me. I don't know about you. And then he goes on to talk about, in the second verse, now all he has to show for his time is a tattoo of a woman, but he can't remember how he got it. Um, for those of you who don't have a tattoo, it's well, at least I have one tattoo, and it's very painful. So he must have been very drunk when that happened for him not to remember that he had it. So that's interesting. And then the three courses reveal that the singer or the narrator of this is drowning his sorrows. Okay, that 3 courses reveal that the narrator or the singer of the song is drowning his sorrows over a failed romance. So here comes the failed romance. All the while, onlookers speculate, or we all assume, that it's the girlfriend's fault, because he keeps saying it. But then, on the last line of each verse, he shows his shifting attitude towards the situation. First, it's nobody's fault. Then, hell, it could be my fault. And then, lo and behold, it's my own damn fault. So he finally takes full, he finally takes full how do you say, he finally takes full responsibility for whatever caused the breakup with he and his girlfriend, who we're assuming might be the tattoo that he has that he can't remember. We still don't know, so that's one of the mysteries of Margaritaville. But I'm just amazed by the following of Jimmy Buffett. I know many friends that they call his fans parrot heads, and whenever he comes to town, I know he pretty much sells out. So I mean, this song was from 1977 and it's still holding strong. So that's amazing of his, his style, his way of life, and he's done very well with this song and many others. And one thing I love about Jimmy Buffett is he has other songs too that I've had misheard lyrics. Like one of them I think is called "Come Monday." For years I thought he was saying "Come on, babe, it'll be all right" instead of "Come Monday." So the way he sings, sometimes it's, at least for me, easy for me to misconstrue something else. But, he's made a lot of money, and like I said, his parent heads are a strong following. He'd be an interesting guy to meet someday. I would love to. Maybe just send an email, and you never know. You might want to talk about Margaretville himself, or explain, is the meaning really what we think it is, or is there something more to it than meets the eye? But um, if you have any comments regarding Margaretville, if you thought it was something else, also with some misheard lyrics, let me know. Because I know with this song, the sugary dog made so much sense. I mean, is that some kind of dog that's covered in sugar? I mean, he was waiting for his shrimp to boil, while people were sunbathing, and he was having sponge cake. Who knows, But it makes me laugh because I didn't realize it until years later when I was at a karaoke bar and I was singing along while one of the singers was singing, and I was singing Sugary Dog. People looked at me, and then when I looked up at the words, I'm like, oh, shaker of salt. That makes sense because, yes, with a margarita. But again, as a 9, 10-year-old Mel, or as a 9, 10-year-old misheard, um, listening to the song in the early or late 70s, that made sense to me. If you have any great suggestions for any misheard lyrics, please share them with me. I'd love to talk to you about it. Understand why you thought it was what you thought, and when you found out it wasn't that song lyric that you were singing for many years. Have a great holiday, and we will see you or talk to you next week. Thank you. And thanks again, listeners, and we're excited to um, see you next week. Or thanks again, listeners, and we'll talk to you next week. So keep on singing those songs wrong. We love it. Thank you.